All right, let's do the blindside camera then. Hey, social media family, Earth Angels, God bless you. I always start off by saying GBI, God's Business Incorporated. I refer to that as above it all. It also stands for ground-based interactions with people on the ground. In other words, I'm going to pay you for picture and video sharing. Millions, billions, and trillions. How about that? Okay, all right. So, here recently, I'm going to give you a very scary scenario. China has recently grew a big set of Kahuna's balls. That's right. So, this is what we're going to be talking about. Right here, breaking news, April 12, 2020. China can't expel U.S. Marines from that Red Sea over there. Okay, so I'm going to let that start loading. But in the meantime, I'm going to talk to you about this here. And this is a dire warning that we also have to be aware of, too. We are in grave danger. So beware of the calm before the storm, okay? Before the instant storm. Instant storm. And total devastation is what it is. They got a joystick that they use, okay? Now this joystick is just a regular joystick for like a remote control car or flying a helicopter or drone or something. When you move it forward, the vehicle goes forward. When you move it in reverse, the vehicle goes reverse, okay? But when they weaponize it and use it to breach towers, they can blast 400 rads of radiation, ionizing radiation into your body, and gamma rays, and start cooking you alive. And 400 rads of radiation kills 50% of all people. If they give you one sudden blast of 1,000 rads, kills everything in the streets like what you've been looking at. But we're here to talk about this. We're talking about China trying to expel U.S. Marines from the South China Sea. So here we go. Roll it.
Hey, if you're an entrepreneur or business owner who needs
we got our commercials, y'all.
customers, please don't skip this ad. We
Oh,
have
I'm
an
gonna skip
incredible
your ad
deal
because
going on right now. It's
I'm in
99.
busy, boy. So this is what we're talking about, okay? You got these piece. That's an amphibious vehicle. It rolls out there in the water. What I want to talk to you about is what kind of antennas do they have on them? What kind of? Let's see if we can see something. We see something sticking up there. Just depends. I mean, I was in the military, and we had our radio command and stuff and all that.
Beijing's desire to turn the
But technology has changed since then. That was 1983. You know what I'm saying?
From an unexpected source, the United States Marine Corps. When people think of the Marines, they generally think of assault troops and aggressive attacks on fortified positions, so sea control might seem a stretch for the Corps.
Okay, so with that rolling,
Actually, the Marines are going
let's take a look at this right here. China's got toggle switch that they use. They send a frequency out to a tower. Iran's doing the same thing. They should send a signal out to a tower. Depending on what kind of towers, look, that's sticking up. Depending on what kind of tower and how it's fed, China might be thinking about trying to microwave to death these soldiers while they're in their vehicles. Literally frying and cooking them. So, this is a scary scenario. I don't know if it's going to play out this way or not. All I know is that U.S. floating hospital that's out there got a tower on it, and those people are getting cooked like a piece of bologna. So this is going to be something to see. And this little remote control toggle switch has a range of 20 million miles, proven by a NASA mission. When they got that rocket that's been flying for 20 years. It's been flying for 20 years. It's in another solar system, and they still able to control it with the toggle switch. So let's take a look at one more thing right quick. Let's just take a look at this. See, there's a big tower on this thing. These ships got towers on it, but I don't know if they protected from that or not. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the cyber score real quick. The battle. Iran. Donald Trump shot one Iranian leader over there with a drone. He got a score of 1. Since then, they chanted death to America, okay? They have killed 50,000 U.S. Americans. plus 80,000 global in other countries because they shot every country's towers and poisoned everybody with ionizing radiation. That's what's going on. So it has a range of 20 million miles. They can shoot anybody's towers from anywhere, and they can shoot them helicopters like I was talking about, and them little Bradley or amphibious vehicles from way out there. And if they can cook them alive, like they doing on that hospital boat, the state-of-the-art hospital out there that's been turned into a giant microwave. I told you, it's a scary scenario. I'm Kevin Weathers. I'm the CEO and the Messiah of pay raise. So, my point that I'm trying to make right now is that our government and our military troops are so off subject of what's going on because they are flying so far under this radar. There ain't no alert and ain't nobody even worried about anything. The radiation is coming from the towers. It's in the air. It is not on surfaces like people think because it's radiation, ionizing radiation. Watch the YouTube video. What does radiation poisoning do to your body? And also watch 5G death beams. That's BEMZ. 5G death beams. It's got a Z right there, okay? What does radiation do to your body? Also, MOP level 4 training, hazmat. There is no MOP level 4 hazmat training going on for these people that's getting overexposure to radiation and running to the hospital instead of going through a hazmat team. There ain't even one set up. All they setting up is checking your temperature and swabbing your throat. Man, I tell you, they are so far off and lost on what's going on. That these people are running around with radiation, going into the hospitals and getting the doctors sick. Alright, that's enough.